It's a tail.
They have a bat.
Afi has opted to bat first. Wait.
And we have two games played on the wicket already, so we just wanna see how much we could make use of it in the first half. We're trying to see how we could put some runs on the board and try to back our bowling skills to see how best we could defend it.
Well, your team did very well at the end of the Super 50 competition. What can we expect today?
We just looking to come out and try to execute plans again. I mean, try to be as best as we can in all departments. And once we do that, I know we could give Team Jamaica a fight.
Can you just tell us which three fielders are out? Fielders are out.
We have Ross out, we have Maya out, and we have Oma out.
Okay, all the best to you on your side.
All right, thank you.
Steph, lost the toss. What would you have done had you won?
Honestly, we weren't sure with the weather being around, and yeah, it's like a tricky one. We were kind of like, should we bat first, should we bowl first? But yeah, I think we kind of glad we lost the toss.
The blueprint that you guys set in the Super 50 was pretty much matching what Cricket West Indies has asked. What can we expect from your top six in particular in this game?
Well, the coach pretty much said the same thing. We're trying to push the run rate as best as we can. Yes, Cricket West Indies, yeah, looking at run rate and want us to score big. So I think for individuals, it's actually good to get that strike rate up. So yeah, hopefully we could start that.
Which players are left out?
So we have Garcia, Bryce, and White out for today.
Okay, all the best to you on your side.
Thank you.
The news from the toss: Jamaica lost the toss. They've been asked to bat first.
Welcome back to Warner Parks and Kids. Still a lovely day here for some cricket, and this is the last encounter of the day between the Jamaica team and the Windward Islands. The information from the toss: the Windward Islands, they won the toss and decided to have a bat first. I'm here with Shakira Selman.
Hello, Stacy. Hello, viewers. This should be a very keenly contested match. These two sides, perhaps the most well-balanced sides when you look at the teams on paper, and it will be Kiana Joseph and Janelia Glasgow facing up to Chanel Henry.
Right away, Chanel Henry looking to swing that ball back into the left-hander, as though she operated to them in the 50 overs and was quite productive in that power play, picking up 3 early scalps. And they say a fast bowler has a great memory, and you see she started just in the same vein here.
Yeah, it seems to be something she's been working on, this around the wicket angle to the left-handers, and she does swing the ball back in prodigiously to the left-handed batters. Two fielders in the deep backward square and a deep forward square.
And again, just trying to get it back into the left-hander, Janelia Glasgow, the other opener for the Winwood Islands tonight.
Just to let you know, the 3 players missing out for the Windward Islands side today are Selena Ross, Kimon Homer, and Namaya Marceline.
And the 3 players out for Jamaica are Abigail Bryce, Jessica Garcia, and Selena White. A really good start here from Henry. She picked up the best bowling figures in the tournament of the Super 50, picking up 6 wickets against this same opposition. Met with a straight bat there from Glasgow.
And this will be a challenge for Glasgow in particular, who loves to drive the ball through the offside. So she'll have to be cognizant of the fact that the ball is swinging back into her. So far, she's done well.
So excellent delivery there from Henry. As Glasgow, she actually had the 5th highest most runs in the Super 50 tournament, so certainly some improvement with the bat on her part, putting on a total of 170 runs in that Super 50. Just batting in the middle then. Tonight she's opening the batting. So a really good start here from the Jamaican teams. Henry bang on target. Score after the first over is 1 without loss.
Yeah, very good control shown by the experienced Chanel Henry. She's on target with every delivery in that over. Almost caught the edge of Glasgow's bat in the last delivery. That one not swinging back into the bat.
And with 2 left-handers at the creases, no surprises that the off-spinner Watts get the ball in hand. And he's hoping to back up that over for Henry. So Kiana will be on strike. 2 fielders out, mid-wicket and long off. So what's the Kiana? Starting with a wide. We're going to take that angle across the left-hander. Surprising. I thought she would have been trying something similar to opening bowler Henry. Maybe look to come around the wicket and try to dart it into the left-hander rather than give her width, because there's no one on that cover boundary. And we've seen how prolific Kiana is on her cover drive. That's a better delivery there from Watts. It's bowling at stump to stump line.
Yeah, I'm not totally surprised with this angle though, by Vanessa Watts to Kiana Joseph in particular.
This one is swept. Didn't get a hold of it properly, but still able to pick up 2. I thought it would have been 2, but it's just 1 run. Just passing the outstretched arms of the fielder at square leg.
Yeah, Kate Wilmot with the chase. Very athletic and energetic fielder she is. Very quick in the field. She got to that ball quite quickly. But the reason I'm not surprised with this angle is because Kiana loves to pepper that corner region.
And this one is helped down to the fine leg boundary. And that will be the first boundary for the Winwood Islands team after bat of Janelia Glasgow. Just a bit errant in line there was Watts on that occasion.
Yeah, it was also too short by Vanessa Watts. And Glasgow was able to just swivel that one behind square, fine enough that Wilmot has no chance to stop the boundary. Winwood Islands now 7 without loss. Immediately she changes the angle to Glasgow.
This one is played in the air just over the hands of a leaping Stephanie Taylor. And that's back-to-back boundary for the Winwood Islands team. The change of angle almost bringing about the wicket there for the Jamaican team.
Yeah, we'll have to put that down as a drop catch. I think Taylor misjudged that ball. And she probably should have done better and gotten under it. She thought she was under it. Eluded her eventually, and it races into the boundary. So 8 runs from 2 deliveries.
She goes again, nicely driven there by Glasgow, but just for 1 on this occasion. Kiana this time thumps it down the ground, and that'll be another 4. So, big over there from the Winwood Islands team, taking on Watson that over.
Yeah, that's why I think this angle is too easy to Joseph. I prefer to see the off spinner sliding the ball across Joseph. She does try to hit the ball leg side whenever she's facing spinners. But good over by the Winwood Islands side. 16 without loss after 2.
Yeah, chance was created in that over. Unfortunately for the Jamaican team, they were not able to hold on to it. It would have been a big wicket in the context of the game. Glasgow, as we mentioned, has been scoring a lot of runs for the Winwood Islands, especially in the middle over. So picking up her wicket early is certainly essential. She's going to keep scoring, and these batters are going to come at them here, the Jamaican team. So they have to keep picking up wickets. This one is played nicely into the cover area. Didn't time it well, so it'll only be 2 runs.
Yeah, well punched off the back foot by Glasgow and hitting the cap well enough so that she could get 2 more runs. She moves on to 11 from just 9 deliveries. Joel Wilson has joined the umpiring party. He partners Ayana Holder for this match.
Some aggressive captaincy by Taylor, recognizing the need for a wicket as early as possible, has decided to put in a slip to Henry, packing that offside field. That's a loud appeal. It looked a bit too high. Jamaicans all went up in excitement there.
Yeah, good bowling, but certainly too high. So she continues to... She is making her debut in the T20 Blaze, Ayana Holder.
Played across the line, but that area is vacant, so they pick up another one. I'm loving the consistency here from Henry. We found the line and length, and she's just trying to operate in that region. Only thing that's missing now is that W, that wicket in her column.
Yeah, she's an improving bowler, Chanel Henry. She opens the bowling for the West Indies women's side, and she's done it for the last 1.5 or 2 years.
With offer to Kian on that occasion, but feet going nowhere, so wasn't able to get close to it. One is walked down to fine leg. There's no one there, and that'll be another boundary. So the runs coming thick and fast here in this innings for the Winwood Islands. The Jamaican team, they need to find a way to deter this run scoring.
And Joseph has done very well to get back on that. I didn't bounce as high as she would have expected, but she's able to adjust quickly enough to get enough back on it to get it fine of the fielder at deep backward square. So Chanel Henry just trained ever so slightly, and that's all Joseph needed.
Nicely played, but well set field. So that brings the end of the 3rd over. The Winwood Islands are 23 without loss after 3 overs. So after the 1st over. Back live, Watts to continue to Janelia Glasgow. It's a pretty expensive force over from Watts. 15 runs coming off that over. Did create the chance though. Just cramping up for room on that occasion. Glasgow just moving away to the leg side to try and free her arms. So better start here from Watts, looking to attack the stumps.
Yeah, two left-handers, but two very different batters. So this is a good angle to Glasgow.
Driven nicely as a misfield, but it'll only be one.
Good work by McLean on the boundary, cleaning up after that misfield.
As I see what you're saying, it might be best indeed to take it away from Kiana bowling over the wicket. Nicely done, well played. So
there's a deep mid wicket on the boundary for that shot Kiana likes to play. But very often you see players tending to put, captains rather, they tend to put that deep mid wicket a lot straighter whenever Kiana is batting. She does hit the ball to the right of the deep mid wicket fielder, to the left of long on.
So one is too short. It's played out to that same fielder we were just talking about. So it'll be one. And that's the end of the fourth over. It's 25 without loss.
Yeah, much better over by Vanessa Watts. Just 2 runs from her second over after going for 15 in the first. So this confidence being shown in her by Captain Taylor, deciding to give her a second over.
Yeah, she's a key bowler in this lineup. She has lots of experience. And with the 2 left-handers on strike, she just really needed to get it right, and she did so in that over. So a great comeback from her, the veteran Vanessa Watts. So Henry will get a third over. The captain recognizes how important it is to break up this partnership. So she's giving her one of her other strike bowler an extra over here, hoping that she can break this partnership.
Fielder concern slip, goes to short mid wicket.
So wild swing at that one. Looking to play it across. No bat, no connection on that occasion.
And as we wait for Henry to get back to her mark, a reminder that tickets for the T20 World Cup are now available at tickets.t20worldcup.com.
This time she's latched on to it. Didn't time it well, but it still has the power to get into the boundary for another 4 by the Winwood Islands team. And it's just what you were talking about. That's the area that Kiana looks to target. You mentioned that the mid-wicket fielder needs to be a bit straighter.
Yeah, she does swing length deliveries into that area very often. But good cricket by Kiana Joseph. It's a safe shot, and she's not going right across the line of the ball. She said it's straight enough. So it's pretty low risk shot. And putting pressure on this Jamaican side.
So change in the field. Third man is being pushed back, finally coming in the circle. So another swing, this time looking to go down the ground. Just narrowly missing it there. A slip was taken out in this over. There was a slipping operation for her first 2 overs, Henry. He decided that for no slip on this occasion, but the angle of Kiana's bat, you might well see an edge flying past the keeper if she gets any connection on that. This time they go up with a confident appeal. They're still appealing. But no, says the umpire. They all went up. Umpire said not out. So Kiana survived. Interesting to see the replay on that one.
Yeah, well pitched up by Chanel Henry, but I think I agree with the umpire. I don't think it touched anything. I think it swung away from the bat late after passing the bat. So it looks to be a good decision once more by Ayana Holder. They were all convinced the Jamaican side and they went up in unison. But it does look as though it did miss the outside edge of the bat. I'm not too certain though. Either way, Joseph is still there.
This time met with a full face, defending that occasion, Kiana. So 4 runs off this over so far. A lone boundary and 4 dot deliveries.
And what Jamaica has done in this over is they've brought it outfielder from deep backward square to short fine leg and sent back the third. And it's because the ball is not swinging back into the bat anymore. So they've recognized that and made the adjustments that were necessary. Just 4 runs from that over. After 5 overs, the Windward women 29 without loss.
Still in the power play. 1 more over to go. Change of bowling from this end. Nishan Waysome has the ball in hand.
Seems to be a football game playing on the field to the right. Lots of spectators getting the benefit of watching both cricket and football.
Played into the covers. Has she found the gap? Yes, she has. So another 4. That one was met with confidence and style there from Janelia Glasgow.
Yeah, short and wide. And it was slow enough for Glasgow to hit it well in front of the fielder station at deep cover. Again, that strength of Glasgow to score through the offside. So Jamaicans have to be aware of this and the difference in these 2 batters.
Yeah, the bowlers they've been quite inconsistent so far. What we've seen in the first 5 overs is that when you try and bowl straight to the stump, the batters are not scoring as much. So there you go, right on target. So they should be looking to attack the stump. Every bit of room offered to these batters, they have gone at it and capitalized on a boundary. So that is where Nisha and Waysome needs to be bowling.
Yeah, the offside strengthened. Fielder coming from slip and going to extra cover.
With offered, and is that put down? Yes, it is. A chance for a run out. Oh, it's all happening here on that delivery. Catch put down by Watts. They had a chance for a run out, but the bowler couldn't gather it quite cleanly there.
Yeah, 2 chances to dismiss Glasgow off 1 delivery. Firstly, it was Watts putting down a very simple chance at extra cover. And then she had the chance to run out Glasgow, who had been ball watching, called through for a single by Kiana Joseph. She's been given an opportunity.
So one more ball remaining in the power play. With offer this time, it's hit in the air. Think the fielder will get around. Yes, she did. They come back for 2. So end of the power play. Winwood Islands, it started quite well. They're 36 without loss. The important thing is that they haven't lost a wicket, the Winwood Islands. The Jamaican team, they'll be ruining that job chance for sure, hoping to see the back of Glasgow quite soon after that missed opportunity. So it's a case of them finding the right line and length here, and mention that when you bowl straight to these batters, they haven't really looked to be aggressive to that. Anytime width has been offered, they have definitely capitalized. So the bowlers need to be tighter with their line and lengths.
Yeah, we can count 2 opportunities that have gone to begging. Taylor perhaps should have done better and held on to that chance offered by Kiana Joseph. But definitely, Vanessa Watts would have expected to take that catch, especially with the standards she has set across her career. She normally has a very safe pair of hands. Either way, Winwood Islands would be the happier of the 2 sides, opting to bat first. They haven't lost a wicket as yet. 36 runs on the board.
It's a new bowler, Kate Wilmot. I'm really looking forward to seeing Wilmot operate on this surface.
Yeah,
It's
she was
bowled
quite
well. Go.
She was quite impressive in the Super 50 tournament. So it'll be interesting to see how she goes in the shorter format when the batters are perhaps coming harder at her. She gets a chance to start as soon as the power play is finished. So good captaincy by Taylor.
Yes, and she hits that hard length, Kate Wilmot. That's why I really want to see how she operates on this surface, especially from the area that she's coming, the end that she's coming from. As we've noticed that you get a lot more bunks coming from that end throughout the day. And again, a good running, good awareness by these 2 batters, getting that quick single. A good call from Kiana, recognizing that she needed to get her batter off strike. First 2 deliveries to Wilmot has been bang on target.
Yeah, good communication between the 2 batters. Personally feel that extra cover under some pressure. Deep cover, deep third, deep fine leg, and deep square on the boundary.
It's a good start so far from Wilmot. Not giving the batters any chance to free their arms. And I think once you do that, you're definitely bowling well on the surface. Just almost clipping that off stump there. Kiana looking to go across to the onside with that delivery. A really impressive start by the youngster Kate Wilmot so far.
And also a very good take by wicketkeeper Rashida Williams. Ball was dying and going to her right. So good tumbling take by her.
The important thing now is finishing the over. The last 3 overs, the last 2 overs rather, each had a boundary in it. So this over after the power play, statistically, in 2020, the 7th over is usually one of the most miserly overs because it's just after the power play and a bit of reassessment is going on. So good way for Jamaica, to capitalize, and a good finish to the over, just trying to pull things back to Barbados team. The Winwood Islands, they're 37 without loss after 7 overs.
आप लोगों को नजर आ रहे हैं
Nishan Wasom to continue. First over went for 7 runs. Winwood Islands 37 without loss after 7 overs.
Yeah, she finished well in that last over, created the opportunity. Unfortunately for Jamaica, it was put down and then that miss run out. So she got things right for the remainder of the over after being hit for a boundary. So can she continue to be consistent in her second over?
Misfield by Watts, almost giving him the single. Joseph unfortunately was not alert to that. Finally comes into the circle. Mid on drop spot.
Really good take there from Rashada Williams. That could have gone really wrong there. Could have been 5 wides. But a spectacular take there from the diving Rashada Williams. So now that finally came in the circle, she actually bowled on the pads on the hip of Kiana Joseph. She needs to maintain that straighter line, that off stump line is what her captain is hoping for her to bowl. This one is slammed down the ground. Well, Henry is there in the way. Yeah, so the way the field is set, they have a fielder on the boundary at third man. The other fielders out cover, long off and long on. So definitely asking her bowler to be middle and off.
A single played down to the fielder at deep third. And she can't afford to get too straight, Nishan Wasom, because the only fielder she has out on the leg side is long on. So no deep mid wicket, no deep square. And she gets too straight. The batters just have to help it through the leg side.
So full delivery, but just play down the ground. So after the 8th over, Winwood Islands, they are 42 without loss.
Yeah, we were just telling you that the best chance to get your tickets for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, which starts from June 1st to 29th in West Indies and USA, is by visiting tickets.t20worldcup.com. The tickets will also be released at ticket booths across the venues 2 days from now on Tuesday, March 19th for the group stage games, as well as the Super 8s and the semi-final matches. What are you looking forward to most? West Indies are vying for their 3rd T20 Cup. What are you looking forward to most, Stacey?
I'll be honest and I'll say I'm looking forward to seeing international cricket once more in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. It's a bit biased, but it's the truth. And certainly looking forward to seeing West Indies lifting their 3rd trophy. I mean, it's a World Cup year. Unfortunately, the youngsters, they certainly put up a fight in the Under-19 World Cup. Remember, in 2016, we lifted all 3 trophies. So after the Men's World Cup, there's also a Women's World Cup in September. So I'm looking forward to seeing victory on the part of West Indies as Wilmot continues to. Swan is, think she's found the gap here. Oh, this is brilliant fielding. A brilliant effort from Henry on. unfortunately, she wasn't able to keep it in play with a spectacular effort from Henry to try and keep that in. But 4 more runs to Kiana.
Yeah, good effort by Chanel Henry on the boundary running across to her right. And she did all the hard work and got there in time to save that. And I think that's why she looks disappointed that she wasn't able to save the boundary. Another boundary added to the total. Kiana Joseph moves on to 22 from 26 deliveries.
This one to her left this time, Henry. And she's unable to reel it in as well. And another boundary. So back-to-back boundaries here. Just aren't in line is Kate Wilmot. She started off her first over quite well. And this in her second over, just straying too much on the pads of Kiana Joseph.
Yeah, just slightly too straight by Wilmot. The first over was just 1 run. She's gone for 8 in 3 deliveries from this over. And that boundary brought up the 50 partnership and the 50 for the Winwood Islands team. 50 runs from just 51 deliveries. So very good start so far. They've opted to bat first. And so far, it looks like the right decision.
One this time moving away from Kiana, who's opting to leave alone. You don't see a lot of leave alone in T20 cricket, but she's decided to leave that. Probably looking towards the umpire, hoping to see a wide call, but that was well within.
And how often do you see batters leave alone a delivery when outside or stump when everyone is up on the offside? The only fielder deep on the offside is deep third.
Tries to go this time, but she's trying to access that onside boundary with the width offered. If she has the power to go up and over the fielders in the cover area, so that should be a shot, an option for Kiana Joseph, just to have the captain thinking about a field change.
And you see her behind partner Glasgow pointing to the offside, reminding her that everyone is up on the offside in front of the bat. So perhaps that's the better option. It was in the slot, and it would have been treated deservedly through the legs, the offside.
Oh, this time, has she played across it? No, she hasn't. It's going down leg. Loud appeal there.
And the Jamaicans have seemed disappointed every time they've appealed. But I think it's been good umpiring. That one could have been missing leg or clipping. It did swing back into her, but dot delivery to end the over. So 8 runs from it. Winwood Islands 50 without loss after 9.
So 50 without loss after 9. A good platform set here by the openers. Waysome looks to be getting a third over. I see Captain Stephanie Taylor doing some warm-up of the arm, so she might be coming into the attack pretty soon. So Waysome in her last over bowled well to her plans, so Captain will be hoping for much of the same. This time a bit too straight, so not where she should be bowling. You would think with the way the field is set, and she got away with that delivery.
Yeah, Glasgow will be disappointed that she wasn't able to at least find a single. There is a big gap between the fielder at short mid-wicket and short fine leg. And at this stage of the innings, after facing 24 deliveries before that delivery, she would have expected to at least have been able to find a single.
Straighter this time. And just play down the ground there. So it's a heavily packed offside field for these two batters. 3 out on the boundary and the offside, 3 in the circle. So certainly you know as a bowler where you should be bowling for your captain. Swing and a miss there from Kiana.
And she continues to look to that leg side, Kiana Joseph. And I understand why she's doing that when Waysome is bowling at her with 3-0 on the offside and just 1-0 on the leg side. But it's perhaps worse tapping across the off, so it's easier for her to access that leg side area. She knows where Waysome is going to bowl the ball. In fact, she knows where Waysome is supposed to bowl the ball because that's certainly not where she's supposed to bowl it. Another wide down the leg side. Umpire Joe Wilson signaling. Good tumbling save once more by Rashida Williams.
Yeah, she certainly has her work cut out for her today. Rashada Williams behind the wicket. And she's doing a marvelous job so far for her team. So, Waysome just throwing in her plans there on the pads. She needs to bring it back on the offside for her skipper. And again, down the leg side. Certainly not where she should be bowling. I wonder if you'll see a change of angle now from her. I mean, she's been operating quite well over the wicket, and I recommend her staying there. But sometimes after bowling back-to-back wides, you get in your head a bit and think, maybe I should change the angle here. But this angle is working quite well. You just need to find back her length. Her length and her line, rather.
Yeah, we saw Rashida Williams run all the way down to Waysome to give her some advice and remind her that she's supposed to be bowling outside or stump with the field set.
Fuller delivery. Luckily for her, it's just a single. And it's the surface that we've recognized should be full of runs. I mean, the Trinidad and Tobago team, they struggled to score a good target, a good total on the surface, but we certainly didn't see anything. Yeah, we certainly didn't see anything, too demonic, if I might use that word, in the surface to deter batters from scoring runs.
Now, credit must be given to the ground staff. They've produced very good pitches here at Warner Park, in particular, all tournament long. CG United Super 50 Cup, we saw 200 being scored on a number of occasions.
Play across the line there by Glasgow, and she pick up just a single. So that brings you over to an end. They're 55 without loss after 10 overs, and that will be a drinks break for these players.
Watch this glass. Look how far you run now. You didn't come. You didn't try to come off at all. You run straight down to meet me in the junction. I apologize. All right, good. All right, let's go. Let's go. Oh, the keeper. Oh, the keeper in toilet. Yeah. We can't use. We can't use. We can't go there. No, 3 minutes gone, yeah, somebody else want to pass. You came out there early. The clean off, yeah, somebody on come clean.
Yeah. No, no, no. Stay inside. Stay inside. No, somebody down there. Selena, touch Kumba. Yo, Kate. For 1 minute. Selena, Shelly, somebody. Oh.
Yes, and we're back here after the drinks break. Leeward Islands, sorry, the Winwood Islands. They are 55 without loss after winning the toss and opting to bat first. I mean, if you're a Jamaican fan and you're tuning into this game, you might be thinking, oh, no wickets down. But when you look at the scoring, you might think that, Winwood Islands, they aren't running away with the game just yet. So a wicket or two here, and the game could just be in the balance, even in favor of the Jamaican team.
And you just have to ask yourself just how many runs Windward Islands think is enough to beat this Jamaica side. And the question is, are they able to score at 10 and over for the next 10 overs? It will be very difficult.
So Stephanie Taylor, new bowler, bringing herself into the attack with Orford on that occasion. Not able to put it away, Janelia Glasgow. So I think Stephanie might be saying that's a warm-up delivery for me. Hoping not to continue in that vein. With Orford once more. Well, that seems to be the plan, having that field at cover and long off. Just stay away from hitting to that shorter boundary. That'll be the easier hit, especially with the wind direction as well. So maybe that might be the plan for the Jamaican team. But just need to get it a bit tighter still. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Run out chance. Missed again. Well, Glasgow probably got back there. Not good signs, I think. Stephanie Taylor has injured herself in that process. Seems to be favouring that right hand. Certainly not a good sign for the Jamaican team. She's key with the bat, and she started well with the ball also.
Yeah, a good bit of movement initially by Natasha McLean at backward point. And it was a powerful throw back into Stephanie Taylor, but she seemed to have taken that one on the volley. Just seems to have picked up an injury on the fingers. She seems to be in a lot of pain, Taylor.
Yeah, oh my gosh, she's going down on her knees here. Certainly not a good sign. She's usually a tough player. Played to a number of injuries I saw in one of those games against, I think, cannot remember which team in the Super 50, but I saw her favouring her leg, but she still pushed on. So it tells you the kind of mindset that she has as a player. And, she's able to play through some injuries. But this doesn't seem to look good for the Jamaican team. And it's her right hand as well, her bowling hand. So we'll get a clearer picture when she comes into bowl, how much that has affected her.
Yeah, it will sting quite a bit, but we do hope that she's okay and she's able to continue with the ball, and particularly we hope that she'll be able to bat when it is their turn to bat.
Yes, hopefully it's a case of initially when you get that blow, you feel a lot of pain, and then eventually it wears off. So certainly we'll be hoping that that's the case and no major damage done to her. This is the first match of the T20 Blaze for Jamaica. She seems okay. Ready to go again. Still wincing in pain, but good to go. About to deliver her fourth ball. Plays across the line, Kiana. There's a different field setting for Taylor, opting to have 2 on the off and 2 on the on the boundary, which is mid wicket and long on, and then you have cover out as well as long off for these 2 left-handed batters.
Nicely driven all along the carpet to the fielder at long on. Single added to the total.
Oh, that was nicely played there by Kiana. That should be a boundary. It races into the boundary now, and she picked the gap perfectly on that occasion.
Yeah, classy shot by Kiana Joseph. She waited, allowed that ball to pass her so she could access that backward point area. And it's very well played by Joseph, who's doing well so far. So a boundary to end the over. Winwood Islands now 62 without loss at the end of 11.
Looks as if Waysome is going to bowl her full quota of overs from this end. She's done a good job for her team so far without picking up the wicket in terms of containing the runs.
Yeah, she's gone for 17 runs from her 3 overs so far, Nisha and Waysome. Brave decision by Captain Taylor to continue with her and give her a 4th over, because sometimes batters can just line you up. What we haven't seen from any of these 2 batters facing Waysome so far, although it's quite obvious she's looking to bowl the ball across them, angle the ball across them and bowl wide of the off stump. None of them have opted to step across the off stump so that they can access that leg side area. So 6 fielders remain on the off side, 3 on the leg.
This one is hit firmly down the ground. Excellent piece of fielding there by Natasha McLean, was it?
She continues to be one of the most impressive fielders I've ever seen fielding at mid-off, long-off, mid-on, or long-on. She's so swift across the field, and she reads the play so well. And that's an excellent bit of work by Natasha McLean. It was struck firmly by Kiana Joseph.
And they're making a slight adjustment here. Just bringing that fielder a bit straighter, that same fielder, Natasha McLean, more in the direction of where that ball was hit. Use of the feet down the ground, but no power, and not straight enough. So we're seeing, it appears as if these 2 batters, they have decided that it's time for them to start to accelerate once more.
Yeah, we've seen the use of the feet by Glasgow, but I prefer to see the use of the feet laterally. Just a step, just a slight step across the off stump to throw the bowler off and to allow themselves to be able to access that leg side area. More work from McLean to do, running to her left this time. They come back for a second. They make it. So good quick running by Glasgow.
Yeah, Glasgow was always making her ground there. And once she makes up her mind to take a quick single or so, it would have been better if McLean was strong enough to get it in to the keeper's end, because Kiana may have well been struggling. But that's really good running there by Glasgow.
5 runs from the over so far. 2 legal deliveries remaining.
That's not where you're supposed to bowl. A full delivery on the pads, and that was easily put away by Kiana.
Yeah, again, no fielder in the deep on the leg side besides the fielder at long on. So low full toss on the pads, and it's easy work for Kiana Joseph, who moves on to 39 from 38 deliveries. So somewhat spoiling the over now.
And it's just what you were saying. You know, you probably wouldn't have given this 4th over to Waysome. She has 1 more delivery, and certainly getting a wicket here is what she should be looking to do after this last delivery. Coming off that over, pretty expensive.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
Kate Wilmot couldn't save it, no one could.
$75 without loss after 12. So in 2 overs, they've managed to put on 20 runs in 2 overs. These two, they were 55 without loss after 10. So some acceleration here from these two batters, which they should be looking to go at it. No wickets down as yet. Lots of batters in the shed to come. So Taylor to continue to Glasgow. A bit of width offered.
Yeah, Glasgow just pulling too far away from that delivery. The reason she ended up missing the short wide delivery.
Goes to it this time. Still wasn't able to make connection.
Love your work, Gwen. Love your work, Gwen. Keep working, ladies. I don't think that we go here for. Come and work, girls. Come on.
Has helped around the corner. Henry there at square leg isn't able to stop that single. There you see some lateral movement on that occasion from Janelia Glasgow, but just for a single.
Yeah, we've seen it a few times against the spinners. Just want to see it against the pacers as well. See that they're confident enough to do it.
Work, Gwendolyn. Work, Gwendolyn.
Another wide delivery
Time is
missed.
now, ladies. The time is now. The time is now, girls. Come on.
We want to limit the number of dot balls they face at this stage, though, the Winwood Islands batters.
On inside edge, just passing the stumps.
Time is now, ladies. Time is now, ladies.
Yes, both batters are set, and that's a great point there, Salman. You certainly need to be looking to score off of as many deliveries as possible at this point in the game. That is smartly done there by Glasgow. Fielder gives chase. That was really smart cricket, just opening the face and placing it in the gap.
Yeah, good job. A double to end the over. They move on to 79 without loss after 13.
Well hit. Away it goes. That is a ridiculous. And look at this.
So back live, and Vanessa Watts has the ball in hand from the commentary booth end. Jamaicans are wondering, how do we pick up a wicket here?
And Watts is going for 17 from her 2 overs. First over went for 15. Second just went for 2 runs.
Leading edge, but falls safe. So you're Watts, and you're bowling this over to these two left-handers. What are your plans in this over to pick up a wicket, Selman?
She has to create pressure. She has to bowl as many dot balls as possible and hope that these two feel the pressure and then take a risk, an unnecessary risk.
Across the line, missing out there. It's a good delivery from Glasgow. Sorry, from Vanessa Watts.
Yeah, Glasgow just losing her shape and taking her eyes off the ball at the most crucial moment. You saw her head swing to the leg side when she wants to be keeping her eyes on the ball the entire time. Pressure being created. 3 dots to Glasgow now.
There you go. So it's very important for Vanessa Watts to close out the over here. Get the ball in the right area to Glasgow because she's looking to go at the bowling. So gotta get it bang on target. Wicket to wicket stuff. Nicely done there from Watts. So just one more delivery in this over remaining. It's been a brilliant over so far from Watts. Just needs to close it out. And a single to finish. So a really good over from Vanessa Watts. Just 2 runs coming off it. And after 14 overs, the score is 81, without loss.
Yeah, so she's created the pressure that her captain would have asked her to create. So even she doesn't get the wicket, it's about bowling in partnerships. She's created the pressure. What this may do now is create the opportunity for the other bowler to take a wicket.
Yes, it's very important for the bowler that's coming into the attack from this end to follow up the over of Vanessa Watts after the pressure that she's created. So any loose delivery here, you might say, oh my, like after that brilliant over, you've come in and you bowl a loose delivery to just ease the pressure to the Winwood Islands batters after that over. So Shadeen Nation has the ball in hand. We've seen recently that they've opted to use her quite a bit, the Jamaicans.
Yeah, since last year she's been bowling quite regularly for the Jamaican side. She doesn't bowl the medium pacers that she used to bowl at the start of her career. She's now an off spinner.
Funny enough, it all started last year against the same opposition when they were in a position to win the game, and she came in and picked up some crucial wickets to take Jamaica to victory. Bit of width offered, looking for 2 Glasgow. It's not on, so
yeah, good work on the boundary from what looks to be Lena Scott. Lena Scott, replacement player for Nicole Campbell, who picked up an injury and had to return home.
she's not turning the ball a lot, just looking to dart it in. So far, she's been a bit too wide to start. Just need to be a little touch straighter to these 2 batters. And that's what I've been talking about, straight on that occasion. And all sorts of trouble there, Glasgow, but she survives in the end.
Like by being signaled by umpire Ayana Holder. More work on the boundary for Lena Scott. She does well once more, keeps it down to 1.
Yes, a very strong throw from Lena Scott on the boundary. That will be 4. That was easily done there from Glasgow. All she had to do was pick her spot, and she did so quite well to pierce the gap on the boundary between long on and mid-wicket.
Yeah, keeping her shape on this occasion, Janine Glasgow missed a delivery similar to this a few balls ago when she tried to swing it way too square. This time she hits it to the right of the field at sharp mid-wicket and into the boundary.
Yeah, so a dot to finish off that over. 8 runs coming from it. And the Winwood Islands, they are 89 without loss after 15 overs. So Stephanie Taylor changing ends. Looking to run that down, Kiana. Slipping, trying to get a single, and she's back up. No harm done. She's
Yeah.
she's on 47 or 45 deliveries, Kiana. So 1 hit away from a half century.
Two dots to start by Taylor. Current run rate still below 6, so they still haven't gotten away, even though they haven't lost a wicket. Move on to 90. Winwood Islands women.
Another dot delivery. No wickets down. And the Winwood Islands, they're actually scoring below 6 runs per over. So certainly we'll be looking to press on the accelerator after this over. All wickets in hand. Walking this one into the leg side, a quick single taken, but you're always throwing at the wrong end if you're not aiming for Kiana's end. It's Glasgow, she's very quick across the turf, makes her ground quite easily. The end of the over, it's 92 without loss, 4 overs remaining, and it's a question of what sort of total is the Winwood Islands looking to get here to be competitive and win this match against the Jamaican team.
Well, the projected score at this rate is 115. I'm sure they'll be disappointed if they only get to 115. 92 without loss after 16 overs. I'm sure they have to be looking at in excess of 130 runs if they're going to be competitive against a very strong batting lineup.
Yes, and I mean, the way they started, I think you'll be thinking that, yeah, that's a well-played half-century there from Kiana Joseph, 50 or 49 deliveries. Now it's a case of her pushing on and accelerating the scoring rate. Much needed here from this point on the Winwood Islands.
Yeah, good responsible knock by Joseph at the top of the order, but she has to push on.
Glasgow looking to accelerate, plays across the line, and Shadeen Nation, golden arm, I think you should call her at this point, has picked up the first wicket for the Jamaican team.
Yeah, just targeting the stumps on that occasion once more, Nation, and she takes all stump. It's a wild heave across the line by Janelia Glasgow. She has to go for a well-played 39. But it's a chance for Captain Affy Fletcher to come and give the scoring rate some much-needed impetus.
There's 3 and a bit overs to go. Jamaica picking up their first wicket in the 17th over. It really tells you how good the surface is for batting. Not a lot of turn. A bit of movement early on from Chanel Henry, but that quickly faded away by the time she got to her third over. So certainly good batting conditions here. The Winwood Islands team should be looking to get above 130 or so. They do have a good bowling attack, but the Jamaican team has firepower in their batting lineup. So Captain Affy Fletcher, shout out to her. Today is her birthday. I'm sure she's only thinking about one thing. So happy birthday to Affy Fletcher. She'll be hoping that the Winwood Islands can pull off a victory. Certainly Jamaica will have other plans, and they might still go and eat cake if they pull off a victory against the Winwood Islands here. So Nation to Fletcher, right away advancing, and Shadeen Nation all of a sudden is on a hat trick. Affy Fletcher picks up a golden duck on her birthday. So go ahead. Go ahead.
Not the birthday she'll want to remember, but you can understand the reason she felt the need to advance the first delivery. Unfortunately for her, she didn't get close enough to the delivery and ended up with a wild heave across the line. Misses it. And well done by Rashada Williams, who's been excellent all day behind the stumps. A second wicket to Shadeen Nation, and she is on a hat trick. Windward Islands now 93 for 2.
Yeah, you certainly understand that shot by Afi Fletcher. She's thinking, you know, I need to get more runs on the board, and the only way to do it is by going. No sense poking it around. You have 10 wickets, well, 9 wickets now, 8 wickets now, sorry, in hand. And Paul Etienne, she scored a blistering half century against this team when Winwood Islands were in trouble in the Super 50, and she's gotten a promotion in the batting lineup. So Shadeen Nation is all of a sudden on a hat trick. Can she pull it off and get the first hat trick in this Cricket West Indies T20 Blaze tournament? She gave herself every chance there. Full delivery, aiming at the stumps. And Paul Etienne has decided to keep it out. But it's something we were talking about, Selman. You know, the openers, they certainly had a good platform. But one might think that they waited a bit too long before they got going again. This one played in the air, and a simple chance. Didn't get the hat-trick, Shadeen Nation, but a third wicket in the over. And you can see the excitement, the jubilation from the Jamaican team out there. Another wicket goes down.
Yeah, Pearl Etienne backing away and cutting uppishly, easily held at backward point by Captain Stephanie Taylor. And it's 3 wickets in 4 deliveries for Shadeen Nation. And she's really broken the back of this Winwood Islands side. 93 without loss to 93 for 3.
And that's what we were saying. I mean, it might look like not pretty reading if you had just tuned into the game and see no wickets down. But as we mentioned, they weren't really, you know, going at it in terms of the scoring rate. They never really got above 7 runs and over. They never got to 7 runs and over in this innings. They were always just about 6 and under. But Shadeen Nation has certainly turned the screws here on the Winwood Islands batting lineup. A third wicket in the over. I'm not sure if there's music out there. She has music in her head, but she's been rocking away since the start of this over.
Hey, you know the Jamaicans love to dance, don't they? And
Yeah.
she has every reason to dance, Shadeen Nation. 3 wickets in 4 deliveries.
New batter is Zayda James, vice captain of this Winwood Islands team. Much to do for her and Kiana. Need to push the scoring rate on from here. Looks to go right away down the ground. Just missing that long on fielder. And they managed to pick up a second run. Really, I mean, you cannot fault these batters for coming out and trying to push the scoring rate on. I mean, you have a lot of wickets in hand still and just 3 overs remaining in the game. So they certainly have to go at it and try to push the score on.
3 runs and 3 wickets from that over. So Winwood Islands now 95 for 3.
So, Taylor to continue.
And just to pick up on what you were just saying, clear instructions from the management side of this Winwood Islands team to push on with the scoring rate.
Swan is in the air. Oh, fielder won't get there. Spins past Shadeen Nation. So Kiana survives, looking to go big. And rightly so, Selman. You can continue with what you were saying.
Yeah, so obvious instructions from that Winwood Islands dugout and the management staff. They know they have to make in excess of 120 if they have any chance of challenging this Jamaican batting lineup. So again, the point we were making, perhaps the openers waited too long to push on with the scoring. They did a very good platform, so credit must be given to them.
Surely. Diving stop there from Vanessa Watts. Yeah. In about an hour or so, we'll be able to see if they took too long before they accelerated. But this track, this venue has had the most runs in the Super 50. Jamaican, they had the highest total in the tournament at this same venue as well.
Misfield by Stephanie Taylor allows the single. What we must know also is that under the lights, the ball just tends to slide onto the bat. So it looks a better surface under the lights especially. Batters have been able to hit through the line of the ball on a number of occasions. Earlier in the day, we saw the Barbados side struggling with their timing.
Advances, doesn't get a hold of it, lands safely. These singles aren't hurting the Jamaican team too much. They won't mind that at this juncture of the game. So boundaries is what they'll have to deter. They're doing a good job so far. It's 99 for 3. They're in 100 the Winwood Islands. With offered late reaction there from Watts. Now they're looking for 2. Zeta, a sent back by Kiana. It's a strong arm from Henry. Don't think you want to take on that fielder.
5 singles. And that single brings up the 100 for the Windward Islands women. 100 for 3. 1 away from the completion of 18 overs. White signaled by umpire Joe Wilson.
Yes. Taylor is still in some pain. You can see her grimacing. Use of the feet. Ah, it's a mis-stumping there, is it? From Rashada. And the reactions from the fielders and the captain says it all. Ah, she missed it initially, going at the first attempt. So Zeta James survives. And that was the last over from Captain Stephanie Taylor. Bowled 4 overs for 20 runs in her spell. So 101 for 3 after 18 overs. 2 overs remaining here. Nation has the ball in hand. So I'm guessing Henry will bowl the last over.
Henry or Watts, depends on if they think they want to give pace on the ball to batters. Watts also has 1 over remaining. She's bowled 3 overs for 19 runs.
As to the spinners, they bowled pretty smartly to the Winwood Islands. Thumbs it across, but only managing to pick up 1. They varied their pace quite well. They looked to take the pace off the ball, and I think that was very important in picking up those wickets from Nation. And she's a batter, so she knows what the batters will want, and if you give them pace, it's easier for them to put it away. And so far, she's opted to just take the pace off, slow it right down. This one is played marvelously by young Zeta James. That's the area we've been talking about targeting, up and over the offside fielders, and well done there by Zeta James. Smart option from her.
Yeah, exquisite, very exquisite. And I enjoy that shot from the youngster Zeta James. She's able to get under that and punch it over the offside. A very good option. All the fielders are up on the offside, barring the fielder at long off. So very safe option by Zeta James. Crucial boundary. Score moves on to 106 for 3.
And again, really good batting from Zeta James. It'll just be 2. But that is the area that they should certainly looking to target at the back end, with that fielder up in the circle, with no fielder, on the offside boundary. The field is, you have 3 fielders on the onside on that boundary, and 1 fielder at long off. The lone fielder on the offside on the boundary is that long off fielder. So good areas being chosen here by Zeta James. Reverses Can't find the gap. That's also a good option there. Showing all her skills tonight, Zeta James.
Yeah, unfortunately for her, she picked out Stephanie Taylor at backward point. It's good to see her opting to go through the offside. I'm very impressed by that because batter's time to try to target that leg side at this stage of the innings.
Yeah, she tried to again that time, and Nation was wise to it and cramped off her room, but they still managed to pick up 2.
Yeah, the intensity has gone up in this over. 9 runs from the over so far. 1 legal delivery remaining. Good running by Kiana Joseph and Zeta James.
So 1 delivery remaining in this over. Only wicket taker so far, Shadid Nation.
Them not go catch it, speak my side. Them not ready. Them not fit.
So dot delivery to finish. So 9 runs coming off that over. The score is now up to 110 for 3 and 1 over remaining. Kiana is still there on 54. Other dismissed batters are Janelia Glasgow on 37 and Paul and Afi Fletcher without troubling the scorers.
Well hit. Away it goes. That is a ridiculous. And look at this.
Yeah, we've decided to go with pace off for this last over. And right away, Kiana looking to go down the ground, but McLean is in the way and it's just a single.
Yeah, pace off has been working. The last few overs we've seen Shadeen Nation. She sent on 3 overs, got 3 for 19. Captain Stephanie Taylor, she completed her quota. She bowled 4 overs for 20 runs. So pace off has been working. So good option by Stephanie Taylor to go with Vanessa Watts.
Oh, this one is played away there. Kate Wilmot is after it. They get 2, should get a comfortable 2.
And viewers, we're not saying that Vanessa Watts is not going to be expensive in this over. What we're saying is that we can understand why Captain Taylor opted to go for the off spinner as opposed to Chanel Henry. Yes, Henry bowled 3 overs for 11 runs, but pace off has been troubling the batters, especially Kiana Joseph, who's been in for 54 deliveries.
Oh, and she's bowled her. So Zeta James looking to play across the line. Cannot blame her at this point in the game. Looking to accelerate the scoring. And Vanessa Watts has the last laugh.
Yeah, another display of you miss, I hit, targeting the stumps.
And just to add to your point, Selman, it's the way they operate it. It's not just that, you know, using spin does the trick on the surface. It's the operation of the bowlers. They recognize certain flaws in the batters. Kiana, they try to just take it slightly away from her, realizing that she doesn't really get that front foot across, and that paid off well in the end. And the other 2 batters that came in, they had no choice but to go at it, and Nation just took the pace right off and bowled pretty smartly there. So operating much of the same. Watts looking to target the stumps now to these batters.
Yeah, what they've done is they've asked the batters to create all the pace for themselves. Narissa Crofton, she walks to the crease. 3 deliveries left for her.
This one is skied. Can the fielder get around? No, she can't. An outstretched hand, they're looking for 2. They'll complete it comfortably. So another 2 runs to the tally. Can they get to 120? 115 for 4, the Winwood Islands. 2 balls remaining.
Yeah, John Aldeers was the fielder trying to get 100 out from short mid-wicket. Unfortunately for her, she was unable to. And they crossed for 2 runs. 2 legal deliveries remaining. 115 for 4.
use of the feet. Just straight to Taylor there. So one more delivery remaining. 116 for 4 now. Kiana is about to face the last delivery, or what should be the last delivery of this batting innings of the Winwood Islands. Can she take them over to 120 with a boundary? Use of the feet. There's a fielder out there. They certainly have to look for 2. It's a strong throw from Lena Scott and easily done there from Rashada Williams. So the Winwood Islands, they finish on 117 for 4 after having a strong platform.
Yeah, swung away into the leg side by Kiana Joseph. Good work on the boundary by Lena Scott once more, running around to her left. But it's that powerful arm of Scott and good awareness by Rashada Williams. She also held her nerve, hitting the stumps, and Kiana Joseph eventually ran out for 56, is it? She did complete one run there. So 117 for 5 at the end of their allotted 20 overs. The Winwood Islands side, Vanessa Watts finishing with 1 for 26 from her 4 overs.
Yes, it's a fighting score from the Winwood Islands. I think we're in for a competitive game here tonight. The Jamaican team, they have a pretty decent batting lineup, lots of power, lots of experience. So 117 for 5, one might say. The Winwood Islands, they certainly would have been hoping to get more after the start that they got. But 115 for 5, and we'll be back shortly after the innings break. And we're back after the innings break here at Duana Park Sinkits. In Jamaica, they have 118 runs for victory. Winwood Islands managing to score just 117. Had a great start to Winwood Islands, so wasn't able to finish well. I'm sitting here wondering who is the happier dressing room at this point in time before a ball has been bowled in the second innings.
Yeah, it certainly has to be that Jamaica side. They lost the toss, and Captain Stephanie Taylor said she wasn't sure what was the right thing to do. So she wasn't too displeased with losing the toss and being asked to bowl first. And after the Windward Islands side only lost their first wicket at 93, but then only managing to get to 117, you would think that the momentum is with the Jamaica side.
So Glasgow with that new ball in hand. And Rashada Williams looking to walk at the bowler. Picks up a boundary force ball. Inadvertently played, but effective in the end there from Rashada Williams to start the innings with a boundary.
Yeah, streaky by Rashada Williams, but she will be happy with the end result. Just trying to throw Glasgow off her length by walking at her the first delivery. End result is what she wanted, though.
Yes, the other opener is Natasha McLean. No surprises there. She had the most sixes in last year's T20 Blaze. 4 sixes in that tournament there from her. So there's a slip in place. Captain Afi Fletcher herself in that slip. It's driven nicely. Malaika Edward dives over this one. So another single to the tally. We saw some early movement with the ball from Henry. No, she has the ability to swing the ball in, but she was intentionally looking to attack the stumps and move the ball into the left-handed opener for the Winwood Islands team. Not seeing much movement here so far from Glasgow. Swan is with Orford, and Natasha McLean with her fast hands gets it to the area. Valiant effort there from Karina Noel, who stopped what looked like a certain boundary, and excellent running as well. They managed to pick up 3.
Yeah, good aggressive running by these two and good aggressive intent by both batters. First delivery, Natasha McLean is face, and she's punched that one off the back foot well in front to the right of the fielder at cover in Malaika Edwards. Good save by Karina Noel. And a bit of footwork by her as well. She is a national football player for the Grenada team.
Yes, right away with the intent shown that slippers out. Not a field in the extra cover area. It's full again. Driven doesn't make proper connection on that occasion. Probably needed to get that front foot a bit closer to the ball there.
Yeah, so the Jamaica side, they've gone with Rashada Williams and Natasha McLean to open the batting for this T20 Blaze. Kanisha Ferron was the batter who was opening batting alongside Rashada Williams for the Super 50. She has been pushed down the order. And the blueprint for the Jamaica side doesn't have to change too much. They were the one team that was constantly scoring at the required rate to get the bonus point. They had been taking the attack to the bowlers throughout the Super 50 tournament. So it shouldn't be too difficult for them to continue to put the pressure on bowlers in the power play.
This time is a wide and signal so by umpire Joel Wilson. And yeah, that's certainly something that I looked at in the 50 over version. They were playing a T20 style of cricket there, managing to rack up bonus points in all of their games but one against the Guyana team that they eventually went on to lose. So a bit of query there with the ball. Happy Fletcher. So umpire Joel Wilson doing some grooming.
Yeah, it's perhaps the most pleasing thing to see throughout the tournament, the way that the Jamaica batters in particular went about their scoring.
Yeah, that's smart cricket. Really smart cricket there. It's using the place, guiding it past that point fielder. Zayda James diving, trying to stop it, but couldn't get a hand to it. It's not a lot that they need to do in this over so far. You're not seeing any movement off the surface. It looks pretty easy to hit through the line. So 10 without loss so far. 1 delivery remaining in this first over. So a dot to finish things off. And it's 10 without loss after the first over. Not too long now before we see spin introduced into the attack, Selman.
Nah, I don't think it'll take too long before we see someone like a Kiana Joseph maybe bowling, or Zeta James. She's bowled quite a bit in the Super 50, Zeta James.
Yeah, and right away, Kiana Joseph. The left arm spinner. It's a pretty good start from the Jamaican team. It's about to see what spin can do in the second innings with the Winwood Islands. For the Winwood Islands with ball in hand. Paid off quite well the way the Jamaican handled things at the back end of that innings with their spinners. So the Winwood Islands team, they've been hoping for something similar and even a touch further, picking up all your wickets. So the two fielders out at this moment. There's actually three fielders out. I don't know if they spot that. There's a fielder on the cover boundary, one at long on and another one at mid wicket. And you know only three fielders are allowed out. Two fielders, sorry, are allowed out. So hopefully for the Winwood Islands' sake, someone spot that. And yes, the adjustment has been made. So the two fielders out, cover and mid wicket.
So length is going to be important here for Kiana Joseph.
Split out to that cover fielder.
And the reason I said that length is going to be important is because she has both mid-off and mid-on in the circle. So she can't afford to get too full to these batters. And they're both quite good hitting down the ground.
Yeah, so there's an adjustment now in the field. And they know that McLean, she is going to go down the ground. So they've brought in that cover fielder in the circle. And long on has gone back. Afi Fletcher coming out of the slip as well. Some width offered and too wide signal so by the umpire. So that's not the area. Really good batting there from Natasha McLean. Just piercing the gap on that occasion to pick up another boundary.
No, she still had the fielder at deep cover. That would have been the length that you would have expected. But she's chosen to send the fielder at mid-on the boundary to long on. So that's a bit too short and also a bit too wide. All the fielders on the offside are in the circle. McLean does well to pierce the gap though.
This is also an adjustment with the mid-wicket fielder. That fielder is now straight on the boundary. Oh, that one, was that a chance put down there by Malika? Looked to be hit straight to her.
I'm just wondering if it just fell short of Malika Edwards, but a better effort was needed. Still a bit too short and a bit too wide. Much better on that occasion by Kiana Joseph.
Use of the feet. This is a big hit from Natasha McLean, continuing her 6 hitting ways, and that's the first 6 of the match.
And my gosh, Natasha, she's able to get her levers and get her arms through that shot, hitting it all the way over the boundary. No chance for Karina Noel. And at the end of 2 overs, Jamaica will make 22 without loss.
So after that 6, I was hit by Natasha McLean in the previous over. They have yet to locate the ball.
They've actually found it. Glasgow's the
found
one that found it lodged just under the side screen.
And so they took a three-person effort to try and recover that ball.
It's just given a chance for Captain Afi Fletcher to have a discussion with her bowlers. It looks as though she's going to go to Pearl Etienne, who normally opens the bowling for this Windward Islands side. Pearl Etienne marks her run. A reminder about tickets for the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. You can purchase those tickets. The best chance to get those tickets is by purchasing them online at tickets.t20worldcup.com.
And I see walked off the pads, but straight to that fielder, Tracy Byron, who's on the field. I'm trying to see which player is off. She wasn't scheduled to be in the 11 today. And she's a substitute fielder. Walking down on the bowler. As the way she's been looking to operate against these pacers so far, it's paying off well for her.
Yeah, what she's trying to do is trying to negate whatever swing may be on offer for the bowlers by getting close enough to the pitch of the delivery, Rashida Williams. She's also creating momentum to be able to hit through the line of the ball more freely.
So that is badly lined there from Paul, and that's 3 runs given to the Jamaica team. The way they've started already, picking up 4 leg byes on this occasion.
Yeah, like ways given, but you can't afford to be too straight with the fielder at fine leg in the circle.
I do apologize to the viewers. Tracy Byron is actually playing. I'll just remind you of the players that are out. Namaya Marcelin, Kimon Homa, and Selena Ross. So Byron is actually in the 11 today. Nicely played by McLean. She looks up for the challenge tonight against these Winwood Islands bowlers. It's been really good cricket from these players, these 2 batters so far. I mean, they certainly had a bit of help with some of the deliveries that's been bowled to them. With Arford again. This one is slammed down the ground and a misfield by Karina Noel. But that was hit with ferocity from Natasha McLean.
Yeah, she's absolutely muscled this one. Straight to the fielder, Karina Noel, who should have done better, but it was hit so fiercely to her. She didn't have enough time to get in a good enough position to stop it. Partnership races to 31 of just 17 deliveries. So Jamaica really off to a flyer. And Natasha McLean just seems to have so much time against these pacers in particular. The way she's able to clobber the ball in front means that she's getting into position very quickly.
Looking to play across on that occasion. I seem to be heading down leg. A loud appeal there from Paul Etienne. Not out. Look at it on the replay. Maybe a bit high as well. Yeah, a bit high there. So 31 for without loss after 3 overs, scoring at over 10 runs and over, the Jamaicans. And Amaya Gilbert is being introduced into the attack. Off spinner, the lone off spinner in this bowling attack. You have 3 spinners taking the ball away from the right-handers, 2 left-arm spinners and the leg spin of Captain Afi Fletcher. So Amaya Gilbert, she's pretty slow through the air in that 50 overs against Jamaica. She created, I mean, to me, she had a really game-changing match there that really could have taken the game away from the Jamaican team, picking up 2 quick wickets in succession, Shadi Nation and Captain Stephanie Taylor. So Afi Fletcher has decided that she's going to use her secret weapon early tonight. So let's see how she goes against Rashada Williams and Natasha McLean. Too wide on that occasion.
Long on and deep mid wicket. Wait on the boundary.
Whipped across the line there. Should be 2 runs if they want it. They're coming back. A pretty strong throw there from the field on the boundary.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. And this is the reason that Captain Afi Fletcher has opted to go to her lone off spinner, Amaya Gilbert, because of the fact that she created opportunities and she got wickets in the last encounter between these two sides in that 50 over competition. It's not too often you see an off spinner being the choice to bowl to 2 right-handers, especially in a power play.
This is a good option here from Rashada Williams. Looking to go up and over on the offside. The fielder there gives chase, but it crashes into the boundary. So, good areas being chosen from Rashada early on.
Yeah, Rashada Williams is also the batter that scored runs against the Winwood Islands side in the Super 50. So she knows exactly what Amaya Gilbert is looking to bowl. Again, that one flighted, but too full and too wide. And it's an easy shot over the offside by Rashada Williams.
It's still a really good option, given that it's a hard hit to the onside because it's the bigger side of the boundary. And with the wind blowing from west to east of your screen, well, east to west, I guess, when you look at it from that angle, it's better to just try and keep playing through the offside, which she does again. This time, it's a drop chance. Oh, my goodness. Another drop opportunity in this game. Narissa Crafton putting down that important wicket of Rashada Williams. How costly will that be?
Yeah, it should have been taken. Narissa Crafton going to her left, which is her stronger side. So she certainly should have taken that one. Again, Gilbert creating an opportunity.
Played with power down the ground. I think Gilbert was able to get a boot or a hand to it. So opportunity created by young Amaya Gilbert. Still pretty young and under 19 player. This is nicely done there. No need to run for that. She got the length and the line and the off stump, and all she had to do was help it around the corner, which she did so quite well.
And what she also had to do is wait on the ball. She could have easily been through that shot too early, Rashada Williams. It's very well played by her. She seems to be carrying on from that half century she scored against this Winwood Islands side. 19 from 11 now. She scored on 44 without loss. We're still in the 4th over.
Looks to go again this time. An edge. Will it trickle into the boundary? No. Good chase there by young Zeta James. And they pick up 2 more. A fortuitous edge there from Rashada Williams to end the over. And the score moves up to 46 without loss in the 4th over.
Well hit. Away it goes. That is a ridiculous. And look at this.
So 46 without loss in Jamaica. Looking to do this in a hurry. Just requires 72 runs in 16 overs. And Zeta James has the ball in hand. left arm spinner.
Yeah, the fifth bowler being introduced into the attack. And we're only into the fifth over, so it's been a 1 over spell for every bowler so far. And that's because of the way they've been treated, the Winwood Islands bowlers.
So 2 fielders out for Zeta James. 2 pretty straight fielders on the onside, long on and mid wicket. They're really close to each other. One is played down the ground. So they know the strengths of Natasha McLean and the areas that she's going to look to hit. She's very strong straight down the ground. So they have that area covered for now. But there's no pressure on this batting lineup, especially with the start that they have.
Yeah, you have to find a way to get a wicket and break this partnership and revert the pressure onto the Jamaica side. There's a fielder very close at sharp mid wicket, but the ball is constantly being hit to the left of her.
Oh, and there you go, a wicket. Much needed wicket from the Winwood Islands team. Natasha McLean, she's been playing straight and nice all throughout the night. And on that occasion, just looking to play across the line, looking to sweep, and was bowled from a straight delivery by Zeta James.
Yeah, that ball just angled in. Zeta James bowling left arm around the wicket, just targeting the stumps on every delivery. And the first time we've seen Natasha McLean play across the line, she loses her wicket. She has to go for a very brisk score. These Jamaica women now on 48 for 1.
Certainly a good chase on here so far from the Jamaican team. You know, Winwood Islands, they know that they need to pick up wickets. They are to get back into this game. The physiotherapist of the Winwood Islands, they are doing some work, not too sure which one of the players are down.
Thank you.
Miss Malika Edwards seemed to have done herself in here with an injury. She's being helped off the field by the physiotherapist. So Kimon Homer will be the substitute fielder.
Yeah, so Natasha McLean, they got her dismissed for 19 runs, a brisk 19. A good start by young Zeta James. And I was just talking about the fielder at sharp mid wicket and how close they were, and I was going to ask if Afi Fletcher should perhaps just send the fielder to her left slightly and ask the batters to try to hit the ball a lot squarer. She didn't have to move to her left, but the batter did try to hit the ball a lot squarer than she needed to, and it resulted in the wicket. So those are other options and other ways that you can create pressure.
Played uppishly. Oh, there's a mix-up in the running. Miscommunication by the 2 batters. Fortunately for Jamaica, Nation was able to get back in time, but the throw came in at the wrong end. If it had gone at the non-strikers, then Rashada Williams could have been in some trouble.
Yeah, both batters were caught on the half closer to the striker's end. So that throw should have gone to Zeta James at the non-striker's end, and it would have resulted in a mishap for Rashada Williams, who's been going so well.
Nation has been in some good form in the 50-over format with bat in hand. The end of the over, 48 for 1 after 5. 1 more over remaining in the power play. Actually, Nation was second in terms of the highest run scorers in the 50-over tournament, 192 runs in the recently concluded CG United 50 over tournament. So Amaya Gilbert is going to continue. She accounted for Shadid Nation, as we mentioned, in that 50 over, and Stephanie Taylor. Rashada Williams is on strike at the moment. Given there's a fielder out there, can she get to it? Oh, that's a oh, it's been put down. She made all the effort, really good depth perception to get to that ball. Unfortunately, wasn't able to hold on to it, and Rashada Williams survives a second opportunity.
Yeah, dropped in twice in the last 3 overs, and she did all the hard work, Tracy Byron. She got there, and she probably got there a lot faster than she expected. Found herself in an awkward position and ended up flooring that.
So Amaya Gilbert still, creating those opportunities. 2 so far and not taken. Same batter.
50 up for the Jamaica women's side, 50 for 1.
And Jamaicans, they're in control of this game. With a few wickets here, and the Winwood Islands will feel like they're in with a chance. That's excellently played. Lovely flowing drive there from Rashada Williams.
Yeah, grace personified all along the ground, so there's no need for her to play those aerial shots when she has shots like this. All the fielders up on the offside, barring that fielder that she picked out at long off earlier. That one beats Kiana Joseph, who's diving to her left. It's very well played. Maya Gilbert just has to pull her length back slightly.
It's too full. And same direction. This time played a bit more aerially, but the same result for the batter, Rashada Williams.
Yeah, I just said she had to pull her length back, and she's gone fuller on this occasion. Rashada Williams accepts it gleefully, and it's another boundary for her. So successive boundaries and pressure on the youngster.
Come, girls, try to fight till the end. Till the end, girls. Come on, girls. No pressure, Gil. No pressure. Keep going, and stay positive.
Every now and again, she just doesn't finish her action. Amaya Gilbert, yeah, she's looking to go full and flick deliveries. She just doesn't seem to complete her action.
Goes across the line this time, and the fielder has just been placed on the cover boundary after those 2 deliveries. And that's really good cricket there by Rashada Williams, recognizing that and placing the ball in that direction on the onside.
Yeah, toying with the field, Rashada Williams, and the fielder at sharp mid wicket per Etienne, much too close to stop that one. So boundary to end the over. 3 boundaries in that over. Jamaica now 62 for 1 at the end of the power play.
They're in a hurry, the Jamaicans are scoring at over 10 runs and over. Another thing too, I was quite surprised. Yes, bowling Amaya, but in the power play, you always find, she did create those 2 chances that weren't taken. So you can't really say it was a bad decision by the skipper. But it was quite a brave decision that almost paid off in the end. Had those 2 catches been taken, unfortunately for Amaya, but a good finish in the over for Rashada Williams. 14 runs coming off that over.
Yeah, at the end of the power play, when the Windward Islands side was behind, there were 36 without loss. Jamaica 62 for 1. So well in control of this game, the Jamaica batters, and they've really stamped their authority on this Windward Islands side.
So James to continue. Nation on strike. That's basically all that the Jamaicans need to do at this point in time. Just knock it around. They're just out of the power play. A healthy power play score, 62 for 1. You know, so they don't need to try to create any sort of shots that don't need to play at this point in time. So just knocking it around should be the game for now until a bad delivery comes and they can put it away. So another single on off and taken. So this is smart cricket so far from the Jamaicans.
Yeah, well in control of the scoring rate required, the Jamaican side. They just need 54 runs from 81 deliveries. They just need to score at 4 and over.
Too short, and that's been blasted into the off onside. And another boundary, the first boundary of the bat of Shadi Nation. Got in position quickly on that occasion.
Yeah, just dropping too short on that occasion, Zeta James. And the player in the form that Shadeen Nation is in is going to easily deposit that into the boundary. Tracy Byron running around to her right, perhaps needed to just put in a diving effort to see if she could stop that one. We were just saying that they just require 4 runs and over. No, it's down at 3.80, Jamaica batters. But they have a clear blueprint they want to continue to follow. So regardless of the situation, they want to continue to put pressure on the bowlers.
Yeah, they've been playing an aggressive style of cricket all throughout the 50 overs, and they're continuing in this format that it is required for. You know, so at the end of the over, it's 68 for 1.
आप लोगों को नजर आ रहे हैं
Well hit. Away it goes. That is a ridiculous. And look at this.
So 68 for 1 after 7 overs. A skipper has decided to introduce herself into the attack. Wasn't able to trouble the scorers when she batted. It's her birthday today, so she'll be hoping to pick up a back full and probably set her side up for a victory. The 4 fielders out are cover, long on, long off, and mid wicket.
Yes, Bill, yes, Bill. Yes, Burlikins. Let's go, Skippy, let's go, Skippy. Yes, Skip, man.
Good stop there from Fletcher.
Keep working, girls. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. Come on, ladies. Come on, ladies. Let's work, man.
Swan is on the pads. There's no fielder there. That should run away for another boundary. The keeper, Andamaya, gives chase. It now crashes into the fence. And that was well done there by Rashada Williams to pick up another boundary. But with little effort, I must say.
Yeah, just drifting too straight on that occasion, Alfie Fletcher. And every now and again, she tends to start deliveries too straight, expecting it to spin away from the batters and rip across the right-handed batters. Just asking the ball to do way too much. And it's well played by Rashada Williams, sweeping that one into the vacant backward square area. 6 fielders on the offside. It means only 3 are on the leg. With this field, she'll have to start these deliveries on top of all stump.
And so Winwood Islands need to find a way to create some pressure on these 2 batters. They're doing it quite easily. If they can find a way to string along a few duck deliveries together, just to to create the illusion rather that you're under some sort of pressure. I mean, the Jamaican team, they're doing it quite well, quite in a hurry as well. Certainly no pressure there, but You know, this bowling attack is a very good one. Afi Fletcher is one of the bowlers that they probably, you know, plan for in that dressing room and know that they have to play her cautiously. So far, just been a bit too full in this over.
Yeah, partnership now 25 of 19 deliveries. Jamaica side just requiring a further 45 runs from 73 deliveries.
Oh, diving effort there from Kiana. And it's another opportunity gone down, albeit a tough one, but another opportunity nevertheless. So a third drop catch here from the Winwood Islands team. And that completes the end of the over as well. 73 for 1 after 8 overs. So a third opportunity to the same batter. Rashad Williams is still there. Sorry, it was Shadi Nation on that occasion. 2 opportunities already gone a begging against Rashad Williams.
Yeah, you just need the support of your fielders, and you need the fielders to turn half chances into chances, especially when you're in this position.
To walk up the pads and get a quick single. Yeah, so it goes back to how do you create pressure on these two batters that are free-flowing in their scoring ability. Haven't really had a very quiet over so far in this game.
Well, Zeta James, she only went for 2 runs in her first over, and she took a wicket as well. Then she went for 6 in her second. So she's been pretty tidy.
Oh, one seemed to struck the batter Nation on her helmet. Did it?
I'm not sure if
No.
it did, but if it did, the concussion protocols are expected to be followed. It did eventually take her on the grill of the helmet coming off her forearm.
Bit short there. Nice gap finding there by Shadi Nation. Bit too short. Found the gap perfectly. Looking for a third run. And Rashad Williams says no. She'll just take 2 there.
And she's always looking to run. Her intent to run is always very good, Shadi Nation. Always looking for an extra run. Always looking to put pressure on the batters.
So Zeta James need to be getting it a bit fuller to Nation. Around that area. That's a perfect line and length to Nation. Anything short, she's ready. She gets on that back foot quite quickly and is ready to put it away. So 76 for 1 after 9 overs, the Jamaican team. When they're in a water break, much needed one for the Winwood Islands. Maybe they can have a discussion about their plans going forward in the rest of this game. As the Jamaican team, they're doing it quite easily here at Warner Park, St. Kitts.
You can see a cruise ship docked at the port here in St. Kitts.
So Afi Fletcher to continue. Created a chance against Nation in her previous over. Unfortunately, Kiana Joseph at extra cover couldn't hold on. In the gap this time. Oh, what timing and placement on that occasion. A good walk on the boundary to cut it off, but really nice execution there from Rashada Williams.
Yeah, partnership goes up to 30. 23 of those runs contributed by Rashada Williams of just 15 deliveries.
Some white signal there by the umpire. At this point in the game, nearing a water break, 80 for 1, 38 runs required from 64 deliveries. Do you just bring up one fielder somewhere? It's a full delivery that's played out to the fielder at mid-wicket. Solomon, do you just bring up one fielder somewhere just to create pressure on the batters, just to cut off that easy single, because they'll do it in single in the end, the Jamaican team?
Yeah, you're actually reading my mind. I was just having a look around at the field, and I was thinking perhaps it's worth bringing that fielder from long on into the circle.
Depth touch there, but the fielder is right there.
Especially when Shadeen Nation is on strike. She's only 8 runs. She's only faced 13 deliveries. It's worth asking her to hit against the spin. Take on the fielder at mid-on if she's brave enough. Perhaps it could result in a leading edge or result in her walking past a delivery. Have to find a way to get wickets.
And this one is played nicely down the ground. Just a single, and that area at long on, rightly so. That's the area I was thinking. You just bring up that fielder, because they've hit quite a few down to that long on area and pick up an easy single. So with the ball going across the right-hander, that's the fielder that I'm thinking should be out, should be in the circle for Nation in particular. Still hasn't really found her feet yet in this innings, but doing a job still for her team. And that's the end of 10 overs, and it's also a water break. 83 for 1, Jamaica.
आप लोगों को नजर आ रहा है
Well hit. Away it goes. That is a ridiculous. Look at this.
Yes, I'm back live at Warner Park St. Kitts. This encounter between Jamaica and the Windward Islands. The Windward Islands, just to remind you, they won the toss, decided to have a bat first, only managing to put 117 on the board. Jamaica, in reply, they are 83 for 1 in 10 overs. Zayda James, the lone wicket taker, has bowled a really good spell so far, and she's about to bowl her 4th over in the innings to finish off her spell. Finish off her quarter, rather. So 3 overs, 1 wicket for 11 runs. It's a good start there, and the finger goes up. That's the area that I've been asking Zayda to keep it, and she's been keeping it there consistently to Shadeen Nation, and it pays off for her in the end. Just after a water break, a wicket goes down.
Yeah, we've seen that very often in this game of cricket. After a water break, the batter just tends to lose focus. The well ball wants the game by Zayda James. She's targeted the stumps continuously, and she gets the results once again. Her 2nd wicket, and she dismisses the informed batter, Shadeen Nation. 83 for 2 now after 10.1, the Jamaica side.
Yeah, she's been the best bowler by far in this innings by the Winwood Islands. She's varied her pace well, and she's looking to keep it wicket to wicket as much as possible, keeping those stumps in play. First wicket of Natasha McLean was bowled by her, this time LBW. Certainly no qualms there by the umpire to raise his finger. So it brings Captain Stephanie Taylor to the middle. Captain Afi Fletcher read our minds, looking to put some pressure on the new batter. Just one fielder out at that mid-wicket boundary. All the other fielders in the circle, rightly so. Zayda James has been bowling really well. Looking to give herself some room early. Taylor.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, what's happened there? I think the fielder has sent the ball into Kiana Joseph. In her face, nonetheless. That's an unfortunate sight there for the Winwood Islands team.
Yeah, it looks as though Janelia Glasgow, who was the fielder, threw the ball without looking. Never realized that Kiana Joseph was not looking at her, and she's thrown the ball straight into the face of Joseph, who seems to be in a bit of pain. More work for the Winwood Islands physiotherapist, but she will be okay, I'm sure.
Yes, he's been busy tonight, the Winwood Islands physiotherapist. Malika Edward had to go off the field earlier. Kiana Joseph getting one on the face. Seems to be in good spirits. Everyone around her, so she should be okay. Probably a mandatory concussion test being done here. So it's back to proceedings here. If the Winwood Islands can take this wicket now, I mean, the Jamaican team, they've set this game up really nicely. Stephanie Taylor is still a very key wicket. Rashada Williams is there. Next batter probably carded to come in is Chanel Henry. And those top 5, this top 5 for the Jamaican team is really key to them winning. Has been really key to them winning that 50 over, and certainly so in this 2020. So it's a case now for the Winwood Islands to continue to put pressure on this Jamaican batting lineup. Zayda James has been doing a fantastic job for her captain so far tonight.
Slight misview causes no harm.
This time Kiana has her eye firmly on the ball, looking in the direction of Glasgow. It's 2 shots, pull away. Taylor is off the mark, looking for 2. Won't get it. So 1 run and a wicket in this over. Rashada Williams to face this last delivery in Zayda James' spell. Bit of width offered. played to the left of that fielder there, and that looks like a certain boundary. Yes, it is. Crashes into the fence and brings up a well-deserved half-century from Rashada Williams.
Yeah, she's been given two opportunities in this innings, Rashada Williams. But outside of those opportunities, she's looked totally in control of the innings so far. And she's really taken the attack to every bowler who's been given the ball. She's hit a number of boundaries, 8 boundaries in fact, striking at 159. So really well played to Rashada Williams so far, 51 from 32 deliveries.
And it's really good to see this sort of strike rate, and it's something I've been saying coming into this tournament. The players who are at that West Indies level, they certainly need to be a touch above the other players, and Rashada Williams is certainly showing her class here for the Jamaican team. Healthy strike rate and really good execution of her shots tonight, and pick some really good areas to score runs as well. So congrats to her once more.
Yeah, when she started her career, Rashada Williams, there was a lot of talk about how slowly she bats. She's worked really hard at being able to score a lot quicker.
So Fletcher bowling now to Stephanie Taylor, captain to captain in this matchup. It's nicely played to an out to the left of Affy Fletcher. That's the one. So Stephanie Taylor, with the position that her team is in, I don't think she'll be looking to play any risky shots. Right now she'll just be thinking just to get them home, just to get them over the line. They're within touching distance.
Yeah, she'll probably just play her natural game, Stephanie Taylor. It's set up perfectly for the game that she likes to play. She likes to take her time and get in and just rotate the strike without the pressure of having to hit boundaries too early.
Looking for 2. Sent back by Stephanie Taylor. And she has a lot of time. The key bowler in this game tonight, Zayda James, she has been bowled out. That was the main threat tonight. Affy Fletcher looking to try and replicate what Zayda has done so far. And Taylor is looking to play her quite cautiously. She knows that this is a key bowler for the Winwood Islands.
Long off brought into the circle at mid-off for Taylor. Single to end the over. After 12 overs, Jamaica remain 91 for 2.
Well hit. Away it goes. That is a ridiculous. And look at this.
So the other left arm option of Kiana Joseph is being introduced into the attack after that marvelous spell from Zayda James, picking up those 2 wickets that have fallen. 91 for 2 after 12 overs. Jamaica, Stephanie Taylor on strike. It's too short, really too short. A poor start there from Kiana to the new batter Stephanie Taylor, and certainly she would have welcomed that delivery to be her first boundary in this innings.
Yeah, good footwork by Stephanie Taylor. She's quick onto the back foot and able to pull that one just in front to square 2 fielders on the boundary or deep mid wicket and long on. So an easy boundary for her. Just 23 runs required now.
quick single taking some hesitation. Oh, it's some. Oh my goodness, the Winwood Islands, the amount of chances they've given to Rashada Williams tonight. Certainly another missed opportunity. The bowler wasn't able to collect cleanly, and Rashada Williams got back in time.
Yeah, that one was turned into the leg side. Pearl Etienne coming from square leg with a throw back to Kiana Joseph. Seemed to perhaps have gone a funny bounce, but a desperate dive back in by Rashada Williams.
Some width offered. Just needed to get it to the left of that fielder, Afi, to get some runs. This one is Fuller. Not able to get to the pitch of that one, Stephanie Taylor. So I think this is a good option from the Winwood Islands. Just deciding to have just 2 fielders out of the circle. The bowler has to be spot on here. Already give away that boundary of the first delivery. But Taylor, with all of her experience, will just be thinking, I already got the 4. I don't need to do anything extraordinary in this delivery, in this over to get runs. I'm already on top of things. And that fielder that was just pushed back. You see Stephanie Taylor picking up an easy single.
Yeah, single to end the over. 96 for 2 now after 13 overs. Rashada Williams still at the crease on 52 not out from 34 deliveries. Fletcher will continue from the Lazard Road end.
Her last over as well. Afi Fletcher actually was the leading wicket taker in the T20 Blaze last year. Yet to get a wicket in this match. She's bowled 3 overs for 15 runs. Picked up 10 wickets in the T20 Blaze last year. Use of the feet. And that's all that Jamaica needs to do at this point in time. Under absolutely no pressure.
Come, girls, come, girls.
Oh, she's bold, looking to play a cute shot to walk it down to that third man area, and she's been bowled by Afi Fletcher. So she picks up her first wicket there in the tournament. Oh, she's missed it completely actually.
Yeah.
Outfoxed her there in the end, Afi Fletcher.
Yeah, Rashada Williams has to go for a well-played half century. And she set up the game very nicely for her side. She will be disappointed that she was unable to read and pick that wrong inside down by Afi Fletcher. She played for a leg break and she was beaten on the inside edge of the bat. And as a wicketkeeper who's kept on a number of occasions to Afi Fletcher, she would have expected to pick that one. Nonetheless, she has to go for a well-played half century, like we said. So Jamaica now 97 for 3 and in walks Chanel Henry.
Yes, certainly a smart piece of bowling when you look at it from Afi Fletcher. I mean, Rashada Williams got herself in the position quickly, anticipating that leg spin delivery, looking to just guide it down to that third man area. Afi Fletcher on that occasion decided, you know what, I'm just going to throw one in there, and in the end picking up the wicket. So Henry into, it's 21 now from 39 deliveries.
Now I would like to see a slip. I would love to see a slip to Chanel Henry. She's not very good against good leg spinners.
Off the mark. You have to think here now as the Winwood Islands team about the batters to come in the shed for the Jamaicans. You have to tap into your memory a bit and remember that 50 over game. After you picked up a certain amount of wickets, how much trouble the Jamaicans got themselves into. So you certainly need to be thinking, how can I pick up another 1 or 2 wickets quickly here?
And the batters left to come
Come,
are
Skippy.
Kanisha
Come, girls,
Farron,
Cillian,
Nina
Cillian.
Scott, Jonelle Deers, Nishan Wasom, Kate Wilmot, and Vanessa Watts.
This one is swept. That'll be another 4 for Stephanie Taylor. It's been quite easy going for her since she's got to the middle. Didn't have to work really hard for her 2 boundaries that she's hit so far, both badly line deliveries. So she's looking to take it deep and play a cautious innings just to get her team over the line. And that ends the over as well. They're 102 for 3 after 14 overs, Jamaica. Six runs coming off that over. That important wicket of Rashada Williams. These two will be looking to see Jamaica home. Just 16 required now of 6 overs.
Let's stop right.
One is full. Played powerfully down the ground. A boundary to Chanel Henry. Taylor scampering back for a second. Didn't realize that it crashed into the boundary. It was placed so well off the battle of the blade of Chanel Henry. Actually, it was a misfield there from Karina Noel. Did well to get close to it, but the power that it was struck with in the end took it over the line.
You can't give her so much room.
It's down to 12 now of 34 deliveries. It's room given again. This time played straight to that fielder, Maya Gilbert. So Afi Fletcher has been bowled out. Zayda James as well. So I'm wondering who is the next bowler that will be introduced at that far end for the Winwood Islands. Seems to be a foregone conclusion at this point in time, with Jamaica requiring just 11 of 31 deliveries. Stranger things have happened in this sport, but certainly Jamaica in the driver's seat with shots like that. It's symbolic of the way the Jamaica team have gone about their innings tonight, picking the gap, and great running as well by these two, getting 3 runs.
And so 3 runs to end the over. Jamaica now 110 for 3 after 15.
Well hit. Away it goes. That is a ridiculous. And look at this.
Maya Gilbert has been reintroduced into the attack. She accounted for that wicket of Stephanie Taylor in the 50 over version when these two met. But Taylor is 16 off 18 in this occasion, and she looks quite set and doing the job for her team. So just 8 required now of 5 overs.
Come, Gilly.
Waited on that one quite nicely. Taylor wasn't able to pick the gap.
Keep going, keep
Had she
going.
gotten it in that gap, certainly would have run close to the fence.
I know it is already, cause
is walked off the pads. Fontaine gives chase. It's a leg by actually, signaled by the umpire. So the inch closer to victory, the Jamaican team. Already with money in the bank from the 50 over version. Collecting that 20,000 US dollars check. They're aiming to add more. $10,000 for the winner of this tournament. This one is played powerfully down the ground, but straight to, oh no! Another drop catch. This time seems to have gone over the rope. Has it? Oh, the Jamaicans certainly cannot believe their luck here tonight. That's the 4th drop catch of the innings, going with that miss run out, and it's a 6 as well.
I have to wonder, what is it? Are they hitting the ball too firmly? The Winwood Islands fielders just seem unable to hold on. Just one run now away from victory. This Jamaica side, 117 for 3. Another catch put down. It will be disappointing if they field an effort.
Certainly. They had Rashada Williams drop pretty early. She was dropped 2 times in this innings. Miss run out. Henry on strike. There's only one place she's going to be looking to put this ball. Use of the feet. Smartly bowled there by Amaya Gilbert. She's probably saying to herself, 2 more deliveries. The winning run isn't going to come off of my over. And they scamper through for a quick single. And that's the end of it. The Jamaican team looking to do a double here in this Cricket West Indies T20 Blaze. And they have started quite well, picking up their first victory against this Winwood Islands outfit.
Yeah, comprehensive victory by this Jamaica side, winning by 7 wickets against the Winwood Islands women. The Winwood Islands women only able to get to 117 for 5 in their allotted 20 overs. Jamaica women getting to 118 for 3 of just 15.5 overs. So very dominant performance by the Jamaica side, stamping their authority and sending a message to the teams left to play. All smiles for the Jamaica team. And the win was set up by Rashada Williams with a blistering knock of 52 of just 35 deliveries.
Yeah, certainly a score that looked under par at the end of that Winwood Islands innings. And the Jamaican team certainly let them pay for the slip in the way they went about finishing their innings, and as well as the drop catches, especially to Rashada Williams, who went on to score a half century carrying her team. So the Jamaican team completed a victory today. Other victories today went to the Leeward Islands, upsetting the Barbados team, a historic victory to them, and the Guyana team as well, beating the Trinidad and Tobago team. So final thoughts, Shakira Selman, and proceedings today?
Yeah, the Winwood Islands side will be disappointed. They won the toss, opted to bat first. They should have put a bigger total on the board, especially after the fact that they only lost their first wicket at 93. It was a good knock by Kiana Joseph and Janelia Glasgow. Kiana Joseph got a half century. She scored 56. Glasgow scored 39. The foundation was laid, but it took too long to push on, eventually only getting up to 117. Shadeen Nation, the star with the ball for the Jamaica side, got 3 for 19 from her 3 overs. Jamaica side, though, that batting once again, top 5 doing the job for the Jamaica side.
So that brings an end to the day's proceedings here, the start of the Cricket West Indies T20 Blaze. Thank you for joining us. Do join us on Tuesday when we have another 3 exciting matches on for you. Thank you and good night.